All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep this video short because I got to get set up for today's shenanigans on the market regarding Gamestop and AMC. I'm expecting some more insanity today, and I just wanted to quickly share with you a couple of things that I think you should be aware of that you might not be aware of if you are not in the investment banking industry like I am. So I can't know for sure what the hedge funds are doing, but one thing I can know for sure is the hedge funds are absolutely doing everything that they can to be able to weasel their way out of the situation. Might they be doing something that is unethical in terms of market manipulation? Sure, that's definitely a possibility. This is something that they're losing a lot of money, obviously. And when you're talking about the type of losses that they're probably experiencing, I don't think much is off the table. So just look back in the history of Wall Street at some of the things that have happened in terms of the scandals and things of that nature, and just imagine that whatever the worst that you've seen is certainly on the table, potentially, and perhaps even worse, because this is a pretty bad one. This is historic proportions here. So that's one thing for sure. But more specifically, think of this like a game of chess, because I assure you they're looking at it that way as well. And you have two opponents. You have the retail traders versus the hedge funds, right? If you want to win, you've got to think like your opponent, right? You've got to get inside of their head, and you've got to think moves ahead. So you have to understand the position that the hedge funds are in, and from understanding that framing, from getting outside of your perspective, you're a retail trader, you're just thinking about what you want to happen. This is what I want to happen. Oh, I'm going to make that money, to the moon, hold the line, boys, right? You got to get out of that mentality and get inside of the head of these hedge funds and try to think, if you were them, what would you be thinking? What might you be trying to do? And let me help you with that thought process by illuminating something, some more things that you may not be aware of. So one of the key issues that the hedge funds are dealing with is, number one, if you have a lot of shares that you've shorted, you need to cover those shorts by buying back the shares that you borrowed. Remember, as I always say, buying begets buying. The more they buy, the more the price goes up. The whole strategy that they're utilizing was dependent on the price going down. The price has surged. It's already high. They don't need it to get any higher, but if they start entering a bunch of buy orders, they're going to push the price even higher, and that's going to further amplify their losses, right? So you got to think about that. That's one constraint that's paralyzing. Like, what do? We got to buy this stuff back, but by the very act of doing that, we're gonna cost ourselves more money. So obviously, you'd want to strategize ways to buy in a way that's delicate, right? Eggshells, right? You're gonna walk across the room without making too much noise, without causing too much damage. Hide in the shadows. We're gonna get to that. There's a hiding place that many of you are not aware of, that they might be exploiting. Well, they certainly are, and I'll show you some of the stuff. But so that's the thing. How do you buy, while minimizing your market impact? Now, there's algorithms that can be used that'll spit out tiny orders. So instead of, because you don't want to reveal your hand. That's the big thing. They don't want to reveal their hands. They don't want to show like, ooh, buy 10 million. Okay, stop. No. So you can use algorithms that, 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares, whatever it is, right? Small little orders like that. Problem is, there is a time issue that they're dealing with. They're paying interest on the loan. Remember, they borrowed shares, right? That's how the short selling process works. So every day that they sit on these positions, that they have these shorts that are still open, these short positions, it's costing them tons of money. So they want to do this as quickly as possible, but by doing it faster, it's making more noise. So even with that algorithmic strategy, still, if it's a lot of shares, I mean, there's no way around it. Volume is volume, right? I mean, if you have a ton, millions and millions of shares that you need to buy, I don't care how you break it up. If you're going to do it in a short time horizon, you're going to have some kind of market impact. But I'm pretty sure they're utilizing complex strategies in terms of you don't want to probably do just one thing. So they might be doing a little bit of this, right? You have all these shares you need to buy them in different ways in which, be a little bit sneaky, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of something else. And then hopefully the overall impact is very minimal and people don't really know what's going on. It's kind of like, everything's fine, to the moon, yeah, guys. And they're in the Reddit forums. They've been in the Reddit forums, I'll tell you that. And they're definitely chatting between each other, different firms on their Bloomberg terminals for sure, strategizing and plotting, Anyway, so that's one thing. So some algorithms that are doing that stuff. The other thing is, you notice how the price surges in after hours trading? You ever notice every night when you guys go to sleep and you're like looking at your accounts and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be rich, and then you look on let me pull this up. You look on after hours trading and you see, let's pull this up. You see this stuff. What's going on here, man? What is happening? 401, Gamestop 205.60, right? How to get to 311? All right, we got market open coming up. I got to get out of here. How to get to 311? What's this? What's this? Market rising. Oh, what's going on? So after hours trading goes from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I'm sure you guys are, you look at your account, you try to trade, it says, oh, the market's closed. How is it closed and it's moving? After hours trading, my friend. So that is one thing. Like you saw the price drop significantly yesterday. That could have been artificially manufactured using a strategy that I referenced in my previous video. So they could have been part of what pushed the prices down, and then let it just sit there and everyone just hold the line, and nothing really happening, and the price just dropping and dropping and dropping. And then market close. Okay, guys, nothing to see here. Go home. And then they start, doing their little transactions, right? So, and that could be a lot of the algorithms that they might be using might be set to maybe do most of the activity in the after hours. Throughout the day, little trickles here and there. And then after hours, maybe ramp it up, and that's what's surging the price up. I don't know, right? I can't see what they're doing, right? I don't know what these hedge funds are doing. I'm just saying, you got to think about stuff like this in terms of they might be trying to sneak and cover their shorts without impacting the market too much and without people realizing what they're doing. The other thing is, I will get back to that surge and how they might have pushed the price down. My subscribers already know, I already covered this, but I'll cover it again, and you can see how the two connect. So the other thing that they might be doing, and I'm going to let you guys do the research because the market's about to open. I got to get set up here. Dark pools. Look up dark pools. There's lots of information online. If you're not in the industry, you might not have heard of the term before. So now that I've given that term to you, I've given the information to you that you need, you should be capable of doing your own research and learning about the thing that you didn't know about before. But in short, I will tell you what a dark pool is. As someone who has worked at multiple firms that had dark pools, so I have a little bit of an understanding about how dark pools work. I'm just checking the chat to make sure if there's any questions in there. All right, so a dark pool is basically a top secret location at which you can trade in secret. Nothing to see here, my friends. There's nothing happening here. No one's here. A dark pool is basically, to put it simplistically, think of it as a private exchange. Think of it as I'm an institution, you're an institution. I got a large block trade that I want to execute, tons of shares of GameStop. I want to sell, well, if I'm covering, I'm buying, right? I want to buy, I don't know, 100 million shares of GameStop. Now, if I just send it out to the New York Stock Exchange, I'm going to move the market. That's going to move the market. The more buy orders you're sending, the larger orders you're revealing your hand. It's like, whoa, this guy he wants to buy buy market. Whoa, he's desperate. Okay. That's going to push the prices up. And remember, they already are screwed because their plan was the price going down. That's how they profit. Any dollar above what they sold for initially when they did this, when they sold short, is going to be a loss for them. I mean, they also have the interest they're paying as well. But any dollar above, that's hurting them, right? So they send 100 million shares to New York Stock Exchange. That's going to hurt them. That's going to push the price up. And then, because they're not going to put the whole thing out. Even if they do 100 million shares, it is like 100 million, or something like that, right? They're going to hurt themselves. Right? And then also the shares can get executed at different prices, right? So what you do with a dark pool is you're able to do these large block trades, large amount of shares. You can do these transactions institution to institution in private, right? So let's say I'm a firm that has a dark pool. You as an institution can send a large order to me, and I can connect you, so you're trying to buy, I can connect you with a seller, right? And then you can internally cross, that's the execution. So you're trying to buy, they sell to you, done, right? You're not going to see it on whatever you're looking at for your market date. You're not going to see that. That stuff is happening in private. So I guarantee you that these hedge funds are trying to be sneaky and do some of these GameStop transactions in dark pools where you can't see it, so they can sneak their way out of their shorts. Now, of course, in order for them to do these transactions anywhere, they need a counterparty to trade against. So this might be, well, I'm pretty sure it's a better way than just sending it out to the open market, but I'm pretty sure they're still getting screwed to some degree, because I mean, if I was an institution that had GameStop to sell and these guys are sending it to me in the dark pool, I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna make my money. I'm like, okay, you want my shares? Sure, I'll sell them to you. Yeah, it's a savage industry. Don't think they're just being mean to the retail guys. There's some bloodshed happening in the shadows. Anyway, let me show you real quick. You can take a look. Counterpunch.org has pulled some data from FINRA. So FINRA publishes data. It's kind of delayed by a week or a few weeks, or something like that. So this is old. So unfortunately, you can't use this in real time to know what's going on. So again, the dark pool is very dark. It's very dark, very secret. Right? You're not supposed to. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing happening here at all. No market manipulation. Nothing to see here. Just look away, look away, look away to the moon, Alice. Right. So this is delayed. But as we can see here, we see here are some firms. Can you guys see this? Yeah, so bottom left, right? Dark pools that traded more than 200,000 shares of GameStop in a week ended. This is 12/21. That's 12/21. That's like weeks ago, right? But still, total shares traded in all dark pools that week was 4.9 million shares in 28,967 total trades. We've got the UBS ATS in there. We have the IBKR ATS in there. So UBS at 790,000 shares. We have IBKR 668,000 shares. Crossfinder, what up Crossfinder? 617,000 shares. We have JBMX 366,000 shares. We have Sigma X2, what up Sigma? 285,000 shares. We have the MS Pool, 249,000 shares. Virtu, 233,000 shares. And we have Bids ATS at 211,900 shares. And Barclays, what up Barclays? 208,000 shares traded in the dark pools. Now again, this is the week ending 12/21/20. I think you might want to check and see in a few weeks what we see that was done in dark pools right now. We can't see it now, but in a few weeks we will, and I think it will be very interesting. Market is opening very, very shortly, folks, so I gotta go. So I'm gonna end this on a final note. So dark pool trading, ability to cover their shorts in secret without moving the market, you know, in the shadow of darkness or whatever, right? Additionally, using algorithms to break up large orders into smaller orders. So I have 10 million shares that I need to buy. I don't want to put that all out there. So I just put it into an algorithm, and it uses a certain, you know, whatever strategy where you're going to break it up, you know, 100 shares, 500 shares, 100 shares, 300 shares, 100 shares, you know, just breaking it up. Depending on what you're trading, you can also send it to multiple venues. You know, a lot of things you can do to you know, just kind of, you know, keep it on the down low. Keep it on the down low. Okay. So the final thing is, like I talked about, the potential market manipulation, which you should not be doing. Should not be doing. The SEC might want to have a talk with you. The S to the E to the C. So 1 second. This is insanity. I gotta get off this live stream. The market is about to open, and I'm not even set up yet. I don't have much to do, but I gotta plan my entry and exit points. Look at my positions. GameStop. Holy moly. 389. 384 in pre-market. She is surging up, baby. So overnight. Why don't you show me the overnight? 1 second. Let's see. 5-day. So yesterday, you saw that surge right there? That could be the hedge funds. So what the hedge funds do is, if you can't beat them, join them. Enter a bunch of large orders to purposely push the market up, right? Bunch of orders, buy. That's pushing the market up, surging. Excite these other retail guys. Oh, it's going to the moon. Let's buy more. Get them excited, and then it's like domino effect, right? And then let that momentum trading effect continue, and then you start dumping, sell, like super fast, right? By selling, you can extract those profits, use those profits to pay off some of the interest on the shorts that you have, and then the after effect, the icing on the cake is you tank the market, because you put out all those sells, bunch of sells, that creates the reverse momentum, so the price plummets like this, and then your algorithm snipes a couple of shares at a discount, and then throughout the day you just do a little here, a little there, a little here. You brought the price down a little bit lower, so your losses are not as low. And plus you made a little bit of profit. Okay, I gotta go, guys. I'm out. Good luck, everyone. Be safe. Be smart. Don't invest any more than you're willing to lose. And ciao. The next 30 minutes is going to be insane in the membrane. Okay, I'm out.